Well, yeah, hey, thanks for joining me again. All right, let's get to some more Fallout 4 Survival Beta, this new hardcore difficulty setting released by Bethesda just last week. And yeah, this is it. We're going out into the Wasteland. Let's do it. This is the "Are you sure" moment. Yes, I'm sure. I don't want to change anything. Let's do it.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Why, thank you. How nice of you to send me off so, ceremoniously. I'm touched. There we go. Okay, here we go. Up in the Wasteland. This is it. Hardcore shit. We're armed with a 10mm pistol. We have 100 and change rounds. And we've got practically no armor whatsoever. We're wearing a jumpsuit. Oh, we can put on these eyeglasses to improve our perception. This wedding ring doesn't do dick. So this is all we've got. 5 energy resistance and 10 radiation resistance. 2 choices. We could go straight to Sanctuary right there, or we could do a tour of the Northwest. Since we have no fast travel, everything is about saving time. Alright? So my particular playstyle for Fallout 4 Survival Beta is all about not wasting time. I do not want to go out somewhere and then come back to Sanctuary, like straight back to Sanctuary, or like, like that. You know what I mean? I want to make, okay, let me get straight to the point here. I want to make what I call looping tours. All right, if I go out in the Wasteland, I'm not going to go out there, do stuff on the way and then get to some destination and then go, okay, it's time to go back to Sanctuary, and have to truck all the way back to Sanctuary. I'm going to make what's known as these looping tours, where everywhere I go there's something to do. All right, so our first looping tour is going to be in the Northwest. I'm going to collect approximately 30 Hubflower. All right, Hubflowers are very, very important for 2 very important drugs. One is Grape Mentats, and the other one is Psycho. Grape Mentats will improve how much you buy and sell for, and Psycho, as you may or may not know, gives you 25% more damage. All right, so we're going to collect a whole bunch of Hubflowers in this area here. Let's get to it. We're also going to do some hunting. Here is some Nuka-Cola bottles. As I explained before, bottles are very important. Those were always there. Grab them up. This first aid pack might actually have some antibiotics in it. I once found some antibiotics in it. That was an extremely lucky find. And this is the power armor build. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to follow this walkthrough, I just picked up one of these things. This here. Tin cans, okay? Tin cans. I mean, you may have looked at these before, okay, and said, what a useless piece of junk. Okay, not anymore. If you're following this walkthrough and you're doing a power armor build, tin cans are fucking gold, okay? Pardon my French, but they're fucking gold. Why? Because A, they only weigh 0.1 pounds, and B, they give you 2 steel. So you need steel to repair your power armor. This is one of the best things you can carry around with you to repair your power armor on the fly at power armor stations that you find around the Wastelands, okay? Tin cans, the best thing you can find. It gives you 2 steel, and they only weigh 0.1 pounds each. So tin cans are freaking gold. You find a tin can, get down on your hands and knees and say, I found a tin can! Oh my god, I found a tin can! Hello, Mom, I found a tin can! Yeah, okay, maybe not that excited, but... Alright, so we're going down this little path that leads to Sanctuary. We're not going there, just to get that Hubflower there, okay? Retrace your steps. Back up to the sign. Get underneath this kind of like little catwalk here. Point yourself due north. I'm going to collect 2 more Hubflowers out there. There you go. Now point yourself to that power line tower right there. generally off to the southwest. Keep on track to that power line tower there. And you're going to run into another Hubflower here. And another one here. Keep going up the hill. Up this like little cut just to the left of these rocks here. And you come to another Hubflower here. Now you're on the road that's leading out from the Vault 101 like yard. Let your AP bar recover before you continue. So let the AP bar fill up. Reload. Next stop, Hubflower is up there. This is also Mole Rat City. Now, normally, if I wasn't playing on Survival Beta, I would not do this. I would have no need to do this. But now, we desperately need any kind of food we can lay our hands on. Anything at all. So we're going to go mole rat hunting here. There's 3 mole rats here. So we're going to wait them out. Just going to wait them out. Here's one right there. Down you go. Grab his goodies, reload, wait. Bide your time. Good things come to those that wait. Get tired of waiting to smack the ground. That usually gets the mole rats. Alright, the game does not want to play ball. Usually there's 3 mole rats here. And it usually doesn't take much to get them to come out. In the meantime, you can go over this way to this little water collection thingy here. Grab yourself some purified water, some dirty water, and some dirty water. Well, that's going to put a little monkey wrench into my plans here, because I need these two mole rats to level up. Alright, so I'm recording. I've got the recording handicap. I'll head due west from that place. Get 2 more Hubflowers there. Go around the corner up this rock here, this big rock. Find another Hubflower there. Grab these blood leaves. These are like everything, okay? Everything in the Wasteland now that you can pick is edible. And you definitely want to take it all very seriously. Because you need a lot of food as you proceed through the Wasteland on Survival Beta. Lots of food.
Sweet.
I've eaten blood leaf, I've eaten wild mute fruit, I've eaten all kinds of things, okay? These little things will save your butt. Here's another bottle. And don't really need that ball peen hammer, but we'll take it anyways. Next, let's go up to that power line tower. Just to kind of like get us pointed in the right direction. This is the same as this 30 Hubflower run I did. I did a video on this. It's slightly modified though. Okay, so now you point yourself east. Just past that little fence there is another Hubflower. Or 2, I believe. 1, 2. Next, we're going to go up to the top of this hill there, but go over to the left side and go around the rocks. Keep to cover. And I've just gotten fatigue. I'm tired now. Let's check it out. Going without sleep will make you tired, negatively affecting your... Yeah, you had a chance to read there. Okay, so whenever you get zapped by something like, you know, you're hungry, you're tired, you're thirsty, whatever. If the game's giving you a notification that something's going on, you can also see it in the bottom right corner, just below your AP bar. All your afflictions start stacking up there, okay? So right now it says I'm tired. You see a little bed icon there. It says that I'm tired. You can go into your Pip-Boy, go to status, and press whatever button that says here for show effects. For me, it's Q. There we go. I have worked up some adrenaline because I've made some kills, so now I'm doing 10% more damage, but I am now tired. I need 8 hours sleep to get rid of this. Okay, that's the only way to get rid of it. 3 hours sleep is not going to do it. 5 hours sleep is not going to do it. You need 8 hours sleep, right? But we can, this is an acceptable affliction for now. So around the corner here we go, grab this Hubflower, point yourself south, get into sneak mode. There's another Hubflower down there, but we're going to have to sneak up to get it. This is very dangerous because it's guarded by a Molotov throwing raider and a guard dog. Okay, now let me just focus here. There's the raider. What you want to do is keep like a stay out of sight completely as you sneak up on this Hubflower. Keep checking on his status. Raider. If we can just kind of get the rise of the land between us and the raider and then sneak right up on that guy. There he is over there. Undetected. If that happens, just grab and run. Head back to the rocks for cover and then retrace your steps to the power line tower. Now, as you're out in the wasteland, you're going to be constantly looking out for beds. Not necessarily to sleep, but to save the game. There is a bed right there. See that kind of like blue lean-to there? There's a bed right there. And there is a glowing rad roach. This is unusual. Okay. And he disappeared. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, go around the corner here, grab the meds, sleep for an hour. There we go. You are tired from lack of sleep. Note that I have slept for 1 hour, but that didn't do anything for my tiredness. I'm still tired because, like I said, you need at least 8 hours of sleep in order to cure the tiredness. And we cannot sleep for 8 hours in this mattress. The most we can sleep is 5 hours. Now, if I do that, I definitely don't want to do that because it's going to push it towards the evening, and then we're eventually going to be fighting in the dark, right? So that's that. I have a little water drop beside my AP bar. That means I'm thirsty. Check it out. We are parched. The first level of thirst, and you can see my intelligence is taking a ding. So it's minus 1 intelligence as long as I'm thirsty. Let's go to the inventory. Go over to A. This is easily cured by 1 or 2 purified water. And 1 did it. That's good. Continue up to the west. Climb up these kind of like step-like rocks. And we're going to go collect some more Hubflowers down this way, down to the south here. Except for one little problem. There's a pack of wild dogs here. Pack of wild mongrels. Now, a good strategy to use is there's this fence kind of jammed up against these trees there. We can jam ourselves in there and it'll create a choke point. So the dogs can only come at us from one direction. Okay, so we're in here. Dogs are over there. We can't get any good vast accuracy on them now, so we're going to just have to gun them down the hard way. Always shoot the closest one. These ones over here are okay. Don't have to worry about them. They can't get it. Okay. See, this is a great little spot. Because they can't get at you. They can only come at one direction. Yay. There you go. So I took a bit of a hit, but all 4 doggies are down, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Did we get them all? Nope, we didn't. Yay. Get back to the Alamo there. Okay, so I took a bit of a ding. Where's my cram? Let's eat some cram. Doesn't matter if it's irradiated. We can afford to take a few rads. Let's eat that. Here, Fido. Here, Fido. Come on. Let's get this over with. I know you're right there. In the meantime, let's grab these Hubflowers here. Okay, so he took off. And I leveled up. Very first thing you should get, I highly recommend it. No matter what build you use, I highly recommend the very first thing you should get is Chemist 1. Alright? Why? Because you'll be able to craft antibiotics with this. And antibiotics will cure you if you get an infection. And as I explained in the first video in part 1, infections are a bitch. It's the worst thing you can get out here in the Wasteland, alright? Okay, so we don't get to kill and loot this final dog here, so we're going to have to do without the dog meat. Finally, or not finally, but to continue, point yourself south, and we're going to this little pond here. There's a trader there. Plus, some crops we can loot for food. Blood leaf. Some more blood leaf over there. We can eat these. Don't forget to grab the freebie in the rowboat. Could be anything. Could get lucky. And the fishing rod, which is good for a gear and a beer bottle. I never noticed that before. Iguana on a stick. That's pretty good. And don't forget to get these wild potato blossoms here. 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to check out your wares in a second and grab the wild corn here. You can eat those. Alright, what's your story? Let me talk to you.
Hey, Scaver. Let's trade.
Let's trade.
Let's see what you have.
I just want to see if he has any interesting junk. He has practically no money, so you're not going to make any money, you know, selling stuff to him because he has no money to speak of. If you are going for a build where you're going to build, you're going to establish supply lines between your settlements, you're going to want to build recruitment beacons. And to build recruitment beacons at your settlements, you're going to need lots of crystal. So this is what I would look out for if you're going in that direction, okay? But I'm not going to do that, so I'm not going to buy that. I'm just looking for a Braxo cleaner. That's pretty cheap. Buy that. That's good for acid. Crispy squirrel bits. We're going to be able to get lots of adhesives, so we're just going to leave that alone. Hot plate, need that for circuitry. That's a good buy. Military circuit board, that's pretty expensive. But you get 5 circuitry out of that. Yeah, why not? Okay, so get some circuitry out of this. We're going to need some circuitry to mod our power armor, so that's a good buy. Let's sell him the security baton, the spare 10mm pistol, and our wedding ring, and one of our jumpsuits. He's got $30 left. We don't have anything really we can sell him except this one single bobby pin. So let's settle for that. There we go. Sold. And we're done.